Good morning, everyone. Over the last weekend, I participated in something called Virtual Open House, and that's the open house for deposited students as well as prospective students. I thought it was kind of cool. I got to see daughters and fathers and mothers at their kitchen tables, talking directly to their prospective president. Some of the questions were familiar. They asked me questions about financial aid, about athletics, about the leadership corps. Others were, as you might imagine, new. Above all, everyone was interested in the question of, will Sweet Briar be open in the fall? We plan to be open in the fall. We understand and feel reasonably confident that by the time we open in the fall, it will still be very important that everyone maintain social distancing. We are one of the rare colleges in the United States that can deliver on that promise of making sure that everyone, students, faculty, and staff, will maintain social distancing. What this means is that above all, we must endeavor to have in place ubiquitous and repetitive testing for COVID-19 for all our students, for all our faculty and staff. And our size is such that this is more than doable. And that we'll do testing of antibodies, and then we'll be very scrupulous about tracing so that we keep the health of our students and our community at the forefront of everything that we do. In terms of student life, what this means is that we will endeavor to provide single bedroom for all that needs it and wants it. We are, once again, one of the few schools that can do this, make social distancing possible. What this means is that our dining provider, they have just given me a long list of what they plan to do, but roughly it runs something like they will not have self-service. It'll be a combination of prepared and served items. There is a contingency plan for a 2-day sanitization process. And so you can be sure that we will make sure that dining service will help keep our students socially distanced as well. What this means in terms of academics will be that we'll try to keep our classes as small as we usually have it. But we will use this opportunity to make sure also that the online education or the hybrid education we do is as excellent as it can be, so that if a student is quarantined in her bedroom, she can still participate in the class. So with this kind of plans in place, we feel pretty confident that we can deliver the same really excellent education that we've always provided for our students. You know, Sweet Briar College follows the tradition that's a profound, highly respected British style of higher education. And what that means is that the campus, campus has a Latin origin, meaning field. We are in a field of 3,200 acres of land. We can provide an environment, as in the case of British tradition, which is based on residential education. Beautiful, spacious, open field that is our campus, and in historical buildings that are meaningful, solid, and also spacious for our students. There is another very interesting tradition that comes from common law, and that is the tradition of colleges and universities in Loco Parentis. That means in place of a parent. In the British tradition, people held to the very important moral responsibility of educators to treat their students as if they are their own daughters. At Sweet Briar, we take that principle really seriously. In Loco Parentis, as a legal principle, might have lost its force by the 1960s in this country. But as a moral principle, as our institutional commitment, we will endeavor to make sure that our students are like our daughters, that our students are at Sweet Briar as safe as they might be at home, perhaps even safer than as they might be at home in New York, New Jersey, Louisiana, Ohio, Michigan, Washington State, and California. That is our promise, and we will continue to be the indispensable institution we've always been, not only for Amherst County. By the way, I have an op-ed piece that just came out in Richmond Times-Dispatch talking about the great importance of Sweet Briar College economically, socially, and culturally for Amherst County. But our importance goes way beyond that. We are an indispensable institution for empowerment of women in our society, and we mean to continue in that vein. Thank you very much, and onward.